Greetings ladies and gentlefish, and welcome back to another Chase the Ace video in which, well, you get to see some of my efforts to claim ace tankers in machines that I rebought for that purpose or kept beyond the point where I would usually for that purpose. Kicking off, well, all of these games, by the way, are going to be tier 5. So we are kicking off proceedings with the Chinese tier 5 medium tank, the type T-34. It is essentially a T-34 with some relatively minor differences, although usually those differences kind of make the Soviet machine a little bit more playable. There is one notable visual difference, however, despite the fact they use the same guns. More of the gun seems to be inside the tank on this tank, so the barrel appears shorter. Anyway, this is a tier 6 match, and we are here on Sand River. So we've come to this central location, we're defending the map, it's an assault game, and we are going to try to do some spotting, do some shooting, and generally have a pretty good run with any luck. We've got a VK2801 who has come down into the little gully here. Myself has seen him, a Jumbo has seen him, Type 64 has seen this guy. This VK is really screwed. Yeah, he's dead. Just in case that wasn't apparent, he just threw his tank away effectively. I would, generally speaking, recommend against coming down into this gully right at the beginning of the game if you are attacking this map. It tends not to go colossally well for you. Word to the wise. Anyway, that is our team's first kill. Haven't picked up a kill ourselves or done any spotting, but we have put one shot's worth of damage in, although with this 57mm gun, that's not necessarily that impressive. We take one shot there for our troubles, unfortunately, from that Panzer, and fail to put any damage into that Type 64. Oh, the aim time on this tank can be frustrating. Oh. That's better. That's it. Now I can shoot straight, apparently. Oh, no, spoke too soon. Never mind. And he's disappeared now. So he's down into the one-shot range for pretty much anyone who cares to pay him any attention. Still trying to do some actual spotting here. And try and be useful to our team. Though so far that hasn't really been all that successful. And there's a Cromwell and a KV-1S, both of whom appear to be approaching our allies. Try and put a couple of shots into the Cromwell, but no such luck. The KV-1S, however, slower target, much easier to hit, although that shot bounces. So that's one in. Second shot sets him on fire. Third shot, and this is why you bring a fire extinguisher, by the way. One more shot would kill this guy. As it is, I set him on fire again, and he burns to death. Now there's a KV-2. So we're just going to pew-pew this guy away with any luck. Bounce that one, which is a little bit unfortunate. There we go, and we're back to penetrating them. Nice big fat turret on the KV-2 assists in my aim to penetrate that fellow, and he becomes kill number 2. Then there's a KV-1 who appears to have decided that, hey guys, what happened? Can I help? And he dies as well. There's a famous quote from Einstein, something to the effect that doing the same thing and expecting a different result time and time again is the very definition of insanity. Oh well, there we go. What does that say about a lot of the World of Tanks player base? Never mind. Matilda Black Prince now. We put a shot into him, which makes him realise that he perhaps shouldn't be where he is, you know, maybe. And it's this sort of situation that would actually be easier in the Soviet T-34, as it does have slightly better gun depression, if memory serves. But still trying just to find this fella. Maybe do some damage to him. Maybe someone else will do some damage to him. It's all good either way. I'm not very fussy. As long as he takes damage and I get XP, it's all gravy. As it is, I don't quite have the gun depression to shoot him, and I end up just taking a shot in the face for very little gain, unfortunately. But, there we go. What can you do? So, he's coming round, and just in a straight-up fight between me and him, he has more health. We have very, very similar guns. The 57mm gun on the Type T-34 is very similar to the British 6-pounder, the same caliber for starters. There we go, we pick up the kill. But this is not a straight-up fight between the two of us. I got friends, so he is dead. Hummel and a Panzer Soufflé are remaining. Oh, we managed not to die to that shot, jolly good. And we're just going to try and hunt these guys down. So, whee! There is the Hummel. Our T-34 85 has found him. Now, the Panzer Soufflé was in a position to shoot at us, so there he is. Yeah, pretty typical tank destroyer location. Are we going to get up there in time to do some damage to him? Time will tell. Let's just speed this along a little bit. He's getting absolutely hammered. Their Hummel is dead, and come on. Oh, there he is. Yes, 1 shot, 2 shots, and he is dead too. He becomes kill number 5, and that was the match. Nothing too long for you there. So let's go and see how well we did. Don't know why I say let's see how well we did as if I'm trying to bring up some sort of suspense. These videos are specifically made of Ace Tanker games, that's what they are. But there we go. Ace Tanker, hurrah! Who's surprised? Nobody. Fire for Effect, Fighter, Arsonist, Bruiser, and a High Caliber award. Not too bad. 1,793 damage done, 5 kills, 1,127 base experience. 33 shots fired, 23 hits, 20 penetrations for that damage count, most of which was from relatively long range. 2 hits received, both of them penetrated. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 7 damaged, 5 destroyed, 245 assistance damage, just under 2 kilometers travelled, and a 25,000 credit profit with a standard account. So that was the Type T-34 Chinese Tier 5 medium tank. We're going to stick with medium tanks, we're going to stick with Tier 5, we're just going to change up the nation for the next game. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Shermanator. So, it shouldn't be the Shermanator, that's more my name for the Tier 6. Anyway, Tier 5, American medium tank, the infamous, well-known, quite famous, how many ways can I say that, the M4 Sherman. As you can see here, this is a Dirtman. I'm using the 105mm howitzer, which is, in my opinion, the most effective way to play this tank, or at least the way that I find the most effective to play it. We're in an entirely Tier 5 match, everybody is Tier 5, and we're in an assault game. We're on the attacking team here on Karelia. This game, very much I have mixed emotions about. You'll see why at the end, but let's not spoil that before we get into things. So, pushing up, we spawned over on this spawn, so we're going to push up this side. I do often like fighting up by the other side of the map, sort of in the A0 corner, if you will. But I decide on this occasion, screw it, let's just go and kill things where we are. The 105mm howitzer on this gun is a rather effective weapon to use. Let's not beat around the bush. And hopefully you're going to see why during the course of this replay. So, there's a Chaffee over here. Aim, 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 aim. Derp. Ah, we actually missed him. But the HE round exploded, so we still ended up doing a grand total of 9 damage. Yay! Reloaded, and we missed that one, but we bounced the shot from the Type T-34. Didn't want to spend time aiming that one, because I didn't want to get shot in the face by either the Type T-34 or any of his little friends, so yeah. Aiming again for the M4 for the Chaffee, sorry, just to see if he's going to poke his head up again, but no such joy. Type T-34 is still over here, and I'm trying to kind of push the pace of this engagement a little bit. Don't want to spend all day sitting here trying to kill 2 tanks. That would not be a particularly efficient use of time. We end up losing our Stug 3G, and someone on another bit of the map claims the Skoda T-24. We bounce a shot from another Stug 3G. Well, probably the same Stug 3G, in fact it must be, because there's only one in the match on either team. So far, nothing too impressive. 9 damage done, yeah I know, 9. And 220 blocked by our armour. At least our turret armour appears to be holding up alright to the enemy guns. Coming around here then, trying to take a slightly different route, we come across that Chaffee from earlier on, have another shot at him, and miss. Okay. You know, these things happen, let's not worry too much about it. We'll be reloaded soon, and then we will delete him. Kill number 1. Type T-34 off to our left-hand side. Well, never mind. Kill number 2, as we delete him as well. So, when this gun... Okay, sometimes this gun just doesn't hit. And I'm not firing premium ammunition here. This is just high explosive, I feel I should point out. But when this gun works, holy mother of God, things die a lot. So we're just edging forward, seeing what we can spot. Oh, Panzer 34 on not a huge amount of health. Can we? There we go. Kill number 3. BDR G1B off away in the distance. I feel I should point out at this moment, by the way, that we are losing this 5-8. Our team has kind of collapsed. BDR, and I don't expect a one-shot here. In fact, he gets unspotted, so we don't know quite how much we did to him. There we go, he's spotted again. Clearly, we didn't do obscene amounts of damage. But he appears to have backed away. Anywho, Stug 3G, it would be really nice if we could do something to this fellow. Oh, good. There's kill number 4. Over 1,000 damage. Yes, over 1,000 damage now done that we have seen so far. BDR is still over here. Do I have anything to shoot at? There we go, we'll take it. No joy? Ah, well, never mind. It's not as if we've got a shortage of ammunition. Scoreline is currently 7-10. And over half of those kills on my team are mine. Yay! Always fun when you have that situation, isn't it? So, let's see what we can do. BDR. Nah. Yeah. Oh, BDR claims our leopard. That's a bit sad. Ah, well, never mind. We are moving forwards. This gun is not, at the end of the day, a weapon best designed for sniping with. You really just want to get in your opponent's faces and, well, derp them to death. Su-85 has been spotted. This could be messy. We take a shot, but no real luck there. And I really don't want him to shoot me. It seems he's using a howitzer as well. Oh dear. Hello BDR. Goodbye BDR. Kill number 5. Su-85. Yeah, he's using the 122mm howitzer. Kind of a little bit lucky there that I didn't get one shot by him. He's got a bigger howitzer than I have. Oh, and we take another hit from him. Oh dear. 51 health left. Oh, and the scoreline is 8-11. This is not looking especially good. Aiming at the KV-1. Come on. And kill number 6. And our allies start doing something. They kill a KV-1S, which is nice. And now we've got an Su-85 still over there. He's the one who's been giving me problems for about the last minute or two. An IKV somewhere. VK as well. Oh, he's not looking this way. But this is a howitzer, and we didn't let it fully aim, and it misses. These things happen. So, AMX is coming up behind him. Oh, good lord, that's an IKV. We don't hit him, but we also don't get hit by him. So, we'll take it, all things considered. He's getting shot up, and we get a little bit of assistance damage there into the bargain, and there's a little bit more. Can we poke out against this Su-85? He's not looking this way, and we miss again. And this is one of the reasons why some people don't like using the howitzer on this tank, and I can totally understand that. And on most tanks I would agree. On this particular machine, however, there's kill number 7. I do find it generally a more effective weapon than the 76mm gun. Scoreline is 12-12 now. Things have rather evened up. We've got a VK over there who is on low health and actually killed one of his allies. Never mind, he's dead. We've got an IKV to our left and an OI experimental who is over there trying to deal with our Wolverine. Come on. Right, aim. He's a big fat target. How can you possibly miss? The answer is you don't. He becomes kill number 8. Now we've just got this IKV 103. Now we need to be a little bit careful here. He can wreck face. I'm on low health. Panzer 4H has full health. Thankfully, our Wolverine not quite sure at the moment. But this guy does get a big fat gun. So yeah. And this game is also showing why, spoiler alert for when I do the review. Oh my god, IKV. Boom! There we go. Finally. It works out nicely, and that was the game. As I was saying, this replay is also quite nicely demonstrating the reason why, spoiler alert for my review of this thing, I am not keeping the M4 Sherman. It feels really, really dirty. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the results for this one. So there we go, that was enough for Ace Tanker, duh. Fire for Effect, Duelist, Bruiser, Top Gun, and another Radley Walters medal. Yay! The reason that I said this game was rather mixed results is or mixed feelings, it was a lot of fun to play, but, well, one, it did feel really rather dirty, just deleting tanks when your gun works, but also, the other thing was, and this is going to sound really greedy, I was only 1 kill away from my first ever Pools medal. That would have been nice. Oh well. Not to be. I have had 10 kills before in a game, but it was at tier 3, and you can't get a Pools medal for being at tier 3. If I wanted to try and get a Pools medal, I'd probably keep the M4 Dirtman and just farm it, because tier 5 is the lowest tier at which you can get that award, and I'd farm Radley Walters and Pools medals, but it just feels so incredibly dirty, so I'm not going to do that. 1,605 done. Not done? Oh, damage done. 9 kills, 1,217 base experience. 20 shots fired, 10 hits, 10 pens, 1 splash. 1,605 damage, of course, most of which was from pretty close range. 5 hits received, 3 penned, 2 did not. 220 damage blocked by our armour, 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 9 damaged, 9 destroyed, 232 assistance damage. 2 kilometers travelled, just over, and over 16,000 credits made. In this tank, with a standard account. Didn't fire any premium ammunition, because screw that, let's just fire HE at everything. And there we go. So, that was the dirtiest replay I've got for you in this particular video. One more game to show you though, still at tier 5, but we're going to go into a different tech tree and a different tank type. Here we are then, the last replay of this video. We're in the Stug 3G, tier 5, German, tank destroyer. This is a tier 6 match on Fisherman's Bay. We're using the 75mm guns. This is the L70 rather than the 105 howitzer. So we're going to be playing this as a kind of traditional tank destroyer. And we'll see how well things actually pan out. The Stug 3G, by the way, for anyone who's interested, is a pretty decent tier 5 TD. In fact, all the tanks I've shown you in this video I think could really be described as pretty good. The Type T-34 is probably the weakest of the three. The thing with the Chinese and Soviet medium tanks is it's quite difficult to justify playing one of the T-34s when alternatively you could be playing the American Sherman, the British Sherman, the German Panzer, or the Soviet KV-1S, all of which get powerful howitzers, which are really good for wrecking mid to low tiers, which is what you're facing anyway. So I would probably recommend one of the other medium tanks instead. But the Stug 3G here is a pretty decent TD. It's not quite as frustrating and fragile as something like the Panzer Soufflé, the tier 5 one that is. It's a bit more well-rounded. I mean, this is an old school machine. It's been in the game for bleeding ages, for donkey's years, and it's still a pretty decent tank destroyer. Sorry about that, got a frog in my throat. So we have seen T-34 over there. Let's put this gun to work. One shot into him. And we're able to pick up the kill. You can tell I've been recording far too many replays. T-67 off in the distance. Nope, no dice on him by the look of it. Also a Chaffee coming around from the right-hand side. No, not really. That's a bit of a shame. Heavy tank number 6. Big, fat, kind of dubious armour. Sounds fun. But no shot on him at the moment either. So far, not necessarily the best start to the game. It's not as if we've kicked things off by machine gunning everyone in the face, but it's also not as if our team has withered away a ridiculous amount. So, in that sense, it's a better start than our previous match. Chaffee there, we shave off almost half his health in one shell, despite the fact that this is not the high alpha damage gun, this is the pew pew gun, but there we go. One thing you do have to be careful of with the Stug is the ammo capacity. It is rather on the limited side. You can see here, I haven't fired that many shells and I've got 24 rounds of armor piercing, 5 APCR and 2 rounds of high explosive. With that sort of ammo loadout, you can definitely run out of ammunition, especially when you find yourself in tier 6 and tier 7 matches and you just need to do more damage. This heavy tank number 6 now has 6 hit points remaining and he becomes our second kill. We've already done more than twice as much damage as we have hit points, and now we switch our attention to this T-34 85. There we go. Getting shot is the game's way of telling you to be somewhere else. We're not able to pick up any more damage on him or the T-67, however, which is a little bit sad. Sherman Jumbo to our right-hand side here. Nope, nothing on him. Fair enough. Our STRV is taking a little bit of a battering, which is slightly concerning. We've got an enemy Stug 4 up there as well. We decided to relocate in order to have better fields of fire on some of these guys. So, nope, Stug 4 is down. Our T-34 takes him out, which is grand, and that leaves the Sherman Jumbo up here. There he is. We have shots into the side of his turret. How successful this is going to be really depends on what turret he's using. It looks like he's using the top 76mm gun. If that's true, that means this is the stock turret, the fully upgraded turret, which is weaker than the stock turret, and the fact that we're managing to penetrate this guy, yeah, kind of confirms that. So he is dead, but we are getting pushed on now, which is a little concerning. We've done over 1100 damage, which for a tier 5 machine is a pretty decent result already, and we've picked up 2 kills as well. Again, that's quite nice. Running away now because we really don't want to get into a close range fisticuffs fight with a T-34 85. That's just not a particularly great plan. Down to 13 rounds of armor piercing ammunition here, unfortunately. But scoreline is 9-8, so our team is winning this. Not spectacularly so, but we are winning this. There goes our IKV. Spot out the Sherman, and we don't manage to do anything to him. We managed to get a little bit of assistance damage, though, as someone else shoots him. There's a bit more. If someone could pick up the kill, that would be absolutely fantastic. Scoreline is 9-9, so our two teams are trading pretty even at this point. So we've got a T-67, an M4 Sherman, and this T-34 85, and a friendly Firefly is coming over, hopefully to lend me a bit of a hand, which would be nice. We've also got a T-34 in the distance, giving us a bit of fire support, and there's an STRV coming over, hopefully, to help out as well. So our allies are kind of moving up to try and secure this. We get spotted out. That T-34 can't shoot us. We try and put one into the Sherman. We fail, but that T-67 seems to have our number, and our gun fails us, which is a little bit of a shame. And fails us again. And suddenly we're on 127 hit points. Oh dear. And down to 9 rounds of armor-piercing ammunition. Not exactly the best result for that particular engagement. Having said that, the T-34 and the Sherman are both dead. The T-67 is on 41 hit points, so hopefully he won't be too long for this world. We are winning this. Can't get any shots there on that flat Panzer. Our STRV is able to take out the T-67. But the Firefly and the STRV are both on low health, and the Burt picks up the STRV. And the S-35CA picks up the Firefly. He has exposed himself a little bit though, so I'm trying to put some shots into this guy and managed to leave him on low health into the bargain. Scorelines are 12-11. It's relatively even here. Flat Panzer has been spotted over to our right-hand side. He's on full health, would really like to change that, and it looks like we'll have the opportunity to. I'm not the only one with that idea. This guy really needs to die. And one more shot should finish him off, which of course only tracks him. And there we go. He becomes our third kill. There's 2 of them left now. The S-35CA, who we know doesn't have much health, and that Burt, who has been killing everybody on low health. We're down to 3 rounds of armor-piercing ammunition. I mean, 5, 8, 11 rounds of ammunition in total should be enough to see this game out. But you can see how you can run out of ammo quite quickly with this machine. Bearing in mind this was a tier 6 match, sure we've had to do quite a lot of damage, but well, you could have had to have done more, is always the situation you can find yourselves in. So ammunition count on this gun is a little bit of a concern, especially as it reloads pretty quickly, and so you do tend to want to just pump shots out. S35 CA over there, he's got himself into a bad position now, as we might be able to kill him, but if that FV304 is paying attention, and he clearly is, then I want to be very careful about following this guy wherever he goes, and as it is, our artillery picks up the kill on him, which is really nicely done, and I'm quite grateful to it because I'm not dead. FV304 is still trying to kill me, the delightful little chappy that he is, and I decide to load some high explosive in an effort to try and kill that FV a bit quicker. Dicamax is asking reload. I assume he means the FV304, but I think he actually meant our artillery there. We put one HE round into the FV304, doing a good amount of damage, and our Dicamax finishes him off to secure the game. So for the last time in this video, let's go and check out the post-game stats once more and see how it ended up going. That game then ended up being good enough for Ace Tanker, Fire for Effect, Bruiser and a high caliber medal. 1,961 damage done, 3 kills, and exactly 1,000 base experience. 27 shots fired, 17 hits, 16 penetrations for that damage count, most of which was from more than 300 meters, 5 hits received, 3 penned, 2 did not. 1 bit of splashing damage, bounced 150 damage with our armour. You can't expect to do that very often. The Stug's armour can bounce lower tiers, but it's not kind of amazing. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 of them destroyed, 373 assistance damage, 2 kilometers travelled, and a 19,000 credit profit, even though we were only running a standard account. That would have been basically a 31,000 credit profit with a premium account. So, there we go. A nice trio of games for you. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, by all means feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel, and either way I wish you very, very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao ciao.